In 1997, the Downtown Redevelopment Partnership, comprised of county commissioners, the mayor and city officials, bank presidents, community leaders, downtown business and building owners, the Chamber of Commerce, and several interested private citizens, was formed. Several operating committees were designated. The group understood that downtown would never be the same as it was during the early 60s. Major department stores and other retailers were moving out to the shopping malls, and downtown was deteriorating at a rapid pace. To compete with the shopping malls, the Walnut Street Plaza was built. Limited traffic was permitted in the area with some diagonal on-street parking close to the retail stores. It was soon determined that the mall wasn't going to work. The group also realized that an active downtown is an indicator of the county and city's financial health and cooperative spirit. Downtown is one of the first areas of community viewed by potential business and industrial investors. With an outdated street mall, dingy lighting, empty storefronts, and boarded-up windows, it was not conducive to attracting outside investors and new business. Local citizens were afraid of coming downtown at night. It was a stigma that lasted well into the revitalization process. To help create and maintain a new excitement in the redevelopment of our center city, the slogan, "Muncie's Movin' Downtown," was implemented. Muncie was starting to move downtown, moving ahead with revitalization plans and businesses moving into vacant storefronts. In 1998, executive, marketing, and other committees met on a regular basis. After many years of planning, the dedication of many, and the cooperation of government, financial, and business entities, the renovation of downtown was becoming a reality. In the summer of 1999, the Walnut Street Mall was demolished. New sewers and electrical lines were installed, and beautiful brick pavers adorned the sidewalks. The thrust of this new excitement began when the creation of U and Year 2000 was implemented to celebrate the new year and the beginning of a new millennium. What better way to kick off the new year and the new millennium than to have a celebration downtown? Thousands attended the Winter Carnival 2000. More than 1,400 people attended 4 separate parties held at different downtown venues. There was a parade of more than 50 units, free carnival rides, entertainment, and fireworks. The midnight countdown was reminiscent of New York City's Times Square when everyone gathered to watch the lighted ball drop to bring in the new year. The year 2000 gave real meaning to the slogan, "Muncie's Movin' Downtown." With the aid of facade grants and with more than $15 million in private capital invested, downtown was coming alive again. Buildings were being renovated. New restaurants, retail businesses, and art galleries began opening. Apartments were being built in the upper floors of several downtown buildings and were rented as soon as they became available. The first Muncie Rib Fest was held August 5, 2000, and has been drawing massive crowds each year since. Other special events also bring thousands of people downtown every year. The Muncie Gras, Paint the Town Red supporting the Ball State Cardinals, the Upstairs Downstairs Tours, Thursday night art walks, Fright Nights, End of Summer Jam, Old Washington Street Festival, Friday night movies, St. Patrick's Day, Ball State Homecoming, Independence Day parades, and much more. People are coming downtown in droves, and Muncie's downtown is vibrant and the fastest growing area of the city. It represents the pride and vitality of our community. With all the activity taking place downtown and other improvements in the community, Muncie was selected as a finalist in the All-American City Award in June 2004 by Money Magazine and was chosen Community of the Year by the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. During the summer of 2002, new lighting and pedestrian signage was installed downtown. People were no longer afraid to come downtown at night. You could see people attending Muncie Civic Theater events, downtown residents walking their dogs, hanging out at their favorite night spot, attending art exhibits, or enjoying the many music venues scheduled on a regular basis. Downtown is one of the safest areas in the city to live, shop, dine, and play. During the years between 2000 and 2005, many downtown buildings were restored. Vera Mays and White River Landing expanded into adjacent properties. The Oddfellows Building, the former Kelso Building, the Patterson Building, Town Boutique, the Herat, Docks, the Renaissance Building, the American United Appraisal Building, the Murray's Building, the Douglas Building, the Mitchell Building, and many more. New buildings have been built, like the subway, and more recently, the new Muncie Town Square at the corner of Walnut and Charles, the beautiful park in front of City Hall, the High Street Bridge and Wheeling Avenue Promenade, extending all the way to Minnetrista Boulevard, still shows exciting progress downtown. During the summer of 2002, a $12.3 million Hope 6 grant from HUD with strong support from community development leveraging out of a total of more than $60 million was allocated to replace the deteriorating Muncie Indiana homes near downtown. This investment in Millennium Place has resulted in a wonderful new neighborhood for lower-income families. It's an asset for the city of Muncie and an excellent showplace to potential investors for what we can do by working together as a community. Downtown Muncie is a hub of all governmental, judicial, and financial activity in Delaware County. If you analyze the profile of downtown, even though there is some overlap of services, you will find that it is basically divided into three distinct sections. 1. Government, judicial, financial. 2. Retail, commercial, residential. And 3. Hospitality and entertainment. By 2005, sections 1 and 2 were pretty much complete and stabilized. Some businesses have come and gone, with new restaurants, night spots, and retail stores replacing them. Special events are still attracting thousands of people each year. Our center city is the envy of other communities our size. We have a right to be proud of what we have accomplished during these past 10 years. Now is the time to concentrate our efforts on the hospitality and entertainment section of the city and develop the area around the roundabout. There's a tremendous amount of unused space that could be developed and utilized by local citizens and visitors to the city. This conceptual plan of an urban park created by EMA Architects of Muncie shows what could be done with some imagination and planning. The park-like atmosphere with a water park, city market, and other attractions would be a welcome addition to the downtown area for citizens who work and live there, and for after-hour family activities. The main focus in developing an urban park may be the building of an amphitheater with a terraced green space for citizens to bring their families for outdoor concerts. Once an urban park is completed, the amphitheater and the landscaped space surrounding the area could be used for many downtown special events: the End of Summer Jam, Muncie Gras, Fright Night, Rib Fest, and other functions. We would no longer need to block the traffic flow in the center city. A small stage could encourage individual performers and small groups to entertain people enjoying other attractions surrounding the amphitheater. A reflective pool and a water park would attract kids and adults alike. Vendors could rent and maintain booths during concerts and special events as crowds of residents and visitors gather at the convention center or the Children's Museum. The results of revitalizing downtown is a good indication of how successful it can be when both public and private investors come together for a common cause. With the proper amount of seed money on this project, an urban park can also become a reality. In time, an urban park could be expanded to include year-round activities built and maintained by others on a space lease basis. The revenue generated from this endeavor, in addition to ticket sales from special events and the income realized from vendor space, the maintenance cost should become self-sustaining. One of the reasons Muncie is not attracting more conventions, there are very few publicized activities for the families of the attendees to do. An urban park adjacent to the facility will help, along with scheduled tours to the AMA Museum, Ball State University, Oakhurst Gardens, Minnetrista, and other points of interest throughout our community. Possibly boat rides, fishing, or swimming opportunities at Prairie Creek could also be arranged for convention guests. Visibly, the close proximity of this new urban park will make a huge difference from the Horizon Convention Center and the Children's Museum, especially if and when the Muncie Mission Building is torn down. It's an ambitious idea, and if you're going to keep Muncie moving in a positive direction, it is worthy of your consideration. Think about the possibilities and the many benefits it'll provide for Muncie citizens. Think about the impact it will have on visitors and potential investors. Think about how an urban park with scheduled tours and other planned activities could attract more conventions to Muncie. Think about Muncie being the engine that could. As a community, we thought we could revitalize our downtown, and we came together. And it is now a viable place to live and do business. We thought we could revitalize the South Side, and we were able to build the new Millennium Place, attract more businesses to locate there, and more places for the South Side citizens to shop. That has become a reality. If we think we can build an urban park into a viable and self-sustaining attraction for Delaware County residents and help increase visitors to our convention center, we can do it. Once the urban park is fully developed, we can solicit the building of a new downtown full-service hotel. Many national chains are already interested now that the Roberts is closed. We can also strive to increase downtown parking, expand our redevelopment ideas into surrounding neighborhoods, and create other activities to improve the quality of life of all Muncie and Delaware County citizens. So, catch the spirit and tell yourself, I think we can, and ask, how can I help? Together, we can make it happen.